when we talk about the air, we need to use it judiciously, and that has to be communicated well to the children also polluting the air. They should feel proud to be a good citizen and to serve for the nation.
One piece of advice for our dear parents.
Just not to impose their idea.
Your degree is just a piece of paper. Your education is seen in your behavior. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Seema Chhoriya, and I welcome you all to another insightful session on great principles. Joining me in conversation is my very ardent educator of the day, Dr. Raghvendra Kumar Dwivedi. He is principal of Dalmiya Vidya Mandir, Rajgangpur, Odisha. Welcome to Great Principles, sir. We are very honored to have you with us.
Thank you, Seema. It's a privilege for me to be here in this great platform. Thank you.
So, sir, let us start by knowing a little about you, about your journey. आप इस नोबल प्रोफेशन में कैसे आए, आपके करियर की शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई, और हम साथ में ये भी जानना चाहेंगे that what is your vision for your students? What do you think, where you want your children to reach in future?
Yes, thank you so much. So far, I came in this field, education field, I can say. I came here by choice, not by chance. The reason behind it, my father was a teacher. So I saw him his great honor, respect in among the society. He was the president of body, and so he was getting a great respect in the society. The same way, I just used to walk with with him and just try to follow his honesty and discipline way of teaching learning process. He was the person who always be very particular about the timings, going to school in time and coming from the school, and not to do any other job during the school time, being a government school teacher. So I thought ki if we get a good uh, respect in the society, why I should not also join? So just completion of my MSc degree in physics in 1992, I got opportunity to join with the Balco Aluminium Company's school, Balco School, as a PGT Physics. I started my career in 1992 as a PGT Physics and started teaching 11, 12th directly at that time I was just 22 years old only. But after working there, after 3 years, Navodaya school principal at that time in my area, Mr. V.S. Ranawat, he saw my teaching and told me, Mr. Dwivedi, you cannot become a good teacher unless you complete your B.Ed degree. So I left the job and went to complete my B.Ed course because he has seen that you are a good teacher. So I think you should go carry on your teaching profession, but complete your B.Ed degree. So I did my B.Ed in 1995, and then I got chance with Birla Group, Aditya Birla Group. So I worked for more than 12 years with Birla Group, and I keep on doing my best. So and keep on learning also. So during these 12 years of working with Birla, I learned a lot. I have visited to IIT's campuses like IIT Kanpur, IIT Delhi, IIT Mumbai, where I presented my subject paper also. And during this period, I have written one book which for published for class 12th physics, Enrich Your Physics. And simultaneously, I keep on working. And then I got chance to work with the DPS also as a principal, DPS Macronia Sagar. I also work with the Nilwada School, Murana, and as a principal for their giving the best result in that area. And for that, I have been given a special certificate from the Ministry of HRD. And I'll carry on my journey as a teacher and principal also. I did not leave my teaching. I'm still as a teacher and still I'm learning. At present, I am working with the Birla, this Dalmiya group of school, where I am working as a principal since last 4 years. During these of 28 years of journey, 29 years of journey, I learn a lot, and I just try to give back to the society in terms of the books which I have written in during my uh, these period. I have completed my education also, like MSc. After MSc, I did my MPhil, then PhD. I did my MPhil also, this MEd also from the in the this DAV school, Devi Ahila Bai University, Indore. So like that, I keep on learning and keep on transferring my knowledge to the community as educators and all education fraternity. I have conducted more than 120 workshops during this pandemic period, online session, or more than I think 50 sessions for the teachers and principal on behalf of COE Bhubaneswar. So I have been given a responsibility of district training coordinator of the two districts of Sundagarh and this Jharsuguda, under which 70 schools we have covered, and I've been a city coordinator also. So keep on doing my best. So CBSE has also given me responsibility. I have been conducting various training program from in various subjects. So whatever I have learned, I try to give to the society, give to the community, which can help and improve the new version of learning. This is my journey of education. Thank you so much.
So, inspired by your father, you chose to be a teacher, and in this journey, you're continuing to enhance your learning, and you're learning every day, and you're author also. You have published so many books, and there is no beautiful way to give back to the society than by sharing knowledge. Because when we share knowledge, that is when we enlighten someone else also. So, it was wonderful to
Yes,
know about your journey, sir. Now, I would like to know what is your vision for your students.
my vision for my students is first to become a good citizen of the country, and at least they should feel proud to be a good citizen and to serve for the nation. This is my dream, which I want to always transfer to my children, that you should be responsible for your country, to make it safe, to make it clean, green, and also take care of your nature. For this also, I have run the special movement in my schools nowadays. Wherever I work, I try to do plantation every year. At least 50 to 100 plants we do plantation every year with the help of children. And I'm happy to share you, last year, IGBC has given the award for my school, also 4 lakh rupees cash award for the 10 innovative green projects, for which my school was nominated as the best innovative project school across the country. And when we think about the nature, when we talk about the air, water, and energy, we need to use it judiciously, and that has to be communicated well to the children also. They should understand and know the importance of scarcity of these water, and polluting the air, and polluting the water, polluting the atmosphere. What impact will come to the next generation, we should think of it. It's a very alarming. We need to teach our children that they should think about it and minimize the pollutions. Thank you.
Certainly, sir. A beautiful thought. If each one of us take us a responsibility of giving the planet better than what we receive to the coming generation, that is when our home will be safe and sound for us to live in and for our future generation also. So, a very noble practice had been started by sir to create awareness among students to develop love for plants, love for trees, and I think this practice, if every school adopts, then a big change we can see through. So, to all my dear viewers, to all my dear school owners, plan this and strategize this how you can also be a green school promoting a lot of plantation at your school. Hug a tree is a beautiful concept, so why not start it today, if not already? So, now we have reached to the very interesting segment of the show, sir,
Thank you.
which and just before that, let me ask you just one more thing. As we were just discussing about that, how in 1992 you stepped into teaching, then at 95 you completed your degrees. So you have seen evolution in education. Things have changed. The skills
Yeah.
that we required earlier are altogether different. What our children are going to need. Our children are going to face the world which we have never imagined. So I would like to ask you, what is the skill a child would need to survive in the changing world of work?
Changing word of work is actually drastically a great lesson we have got it from this pandemic period, especially the whole world were not knowing what to do and how to do, but they could manage it. So the situation makes us give some lesson. So that's why the CBSE is also emphasizing that we should focus on case study based question, so the children can understand the concept and how to face the challenges. They can learn it. And I must thank to the IT team of the whole world, I can say, and also the health team of the whole world, I can say, especially Indian scientists who are could able to make the vaccine and could be able to make us survive and save many more lives. The biggest problem which we need to understand, there is a gap analysis which has created due to this pandemic period, because especially in the government schools they could not make it possible to reach to all the children, those who could not come to school or could not connect with the school or any teacher. So how we can cope up with this learning gap? That is the biggest challenge to all of us. But the same time, as a principal, as a leader, we need to work on it, and we need to teach our children with the technology and connect with the children with the peer group learning, with the community teachers learning, with the help of community people also, involving them and educating the children to face the world. I'm dead sure if any child will be given opportunity to learn and to face the challenges what he has learned during this pandemic period, they can learn it. Whether it is a technology, whether it is anything. People were not knowing how to use take online classes, but
Right.
99% of the especially private school teacher could able to manage and conduct the online classes. How it is possible? By situational situation has created the atmosphere. Yes, we have to do it. There is no option, so they have to learn it. The same way, if your children will be also given opportunity to learn to face the to face the different kind of challenges, like life skills. In terms of life skill, if I talk about the 7 habits, like aesthetic values, metacognition. So all these things can be also helpful for the children to face the challenges in their work.
Very,
Thank you.
very right. Very rightly said, sir. I think if I'm supposed to summarize this in one word, the quality which we all need to work upon is that our children should be lifelong learner. If they have understood how to learn and how to put that things into action, they have won the battle. Because as you said, pandemic just stuck in and we were all unaware, but we learned and we faced it. So similarly, what all is going to come up, we are unaware of it. But if we are open to learning, we have won the battle. So I think the biggest quality we all need to develop in our children is to be a lifelong learner. And sir has very beautifully explained how we can do that. So moving ahead to a rapid fire round. Sir, in rapid fire round, you have to answer me in one word or one sentence.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So here goes my very first question to you. What are
Yes,
your hobbies?
my hobby is to listen music.
Are you a movie buff? Do you watch a lot of movies?
No,
A book that you are reading currently or you have read?
I've recently read a book on uh, leadership.
Leadership. All right. Moving ahead to my next question. How do you spend your family time?
I spend a time with my family when we are taking lunch and dinner only because of all our working. So right now we have uh, made a schedule at lunch and dinner time. We can have a good quality time and discuss to each other. That is what we do. Because daughter is also doctor, younger one is engineer, wife is also teacher. I am also teacher. I can say principal. So we have a hardly time to uh, meet quality time all the time. But whenever we sit, we spend a beautiful talk.
Wow, wonderful. Because to manage work life balance is not easy, and it just one habit of having meals together certainly
Yeah.
create a very big difference. So it's a beautiful habit, sir, that is being practiced by you and your
And we
family.
talk, we generally do meet every day. We do every day. All are working in other places, but we just do connect with the phone call, and talk to each other, meet each other like that, and celebrate each festival, their celebrations. Yeah,
And so, with the power of technology, everything is possible. If we
yeah,
want,
yeah,
then
yeah,
technology can get us closer also and get us distant. Many a times people say WhatsApp पे मैसेज डाल दिया आपने तो बात भी नहीं की एक वीडियो कॉल कर लेते. So all these things, disconnect people very closely. It's as good as meeting in person when you're doing a virtual call. Moving
yeah,
ahead to
yeah.
my next question. One piece of advice for our dear parents.
Just not to impose their idea. Let the child should think and plan and do it.
Okay. Coming ahead to my next question. The person or your inspiration you look upon, who is your inspiration?
My father.
All right. Now, the last question in this segment. Do you think that we should give equal weightage to sports and academics and other curricular activities in school? Generally, we call it extracurricular. So, why is it so?
Strongly agree because for the overall development, all these things are equally important because nobody see the mark sheet when we go for interview, when we go to show our personality. It is a dire need to children has to give an opportunity to speak before the audience, able to cope up with the stress, play game, peer group learning happens in the field. So it is all these things are actually required for the holistic development. So it is definitely needed.
So I hope all my dear listeners would agree to us that, as Sir mentioned, that in the real life, what actually works is not only your academic skills, but other skills also. To present what you have learned is also an art, and you need to learn
Yeah,
that. So we need to have an equal focus at school level also, because once the habit that is framed during formative years goes lifelong with you, that is why it is said that choose your school very, very wisely. So it was
absolutely right.
wonderful to know you. Yes, sir.
It is wonderful, really wonderfully. You are also, I can say, moderator. I can say.
Thank
Thank
you, sir. So just before we go away and part our ways, we have one last question from sir, which is called expert talk question. So, sir, the world is not only about how to ensure a successful life, but it is also about leading the life, leading in the
you.
workspace, leading your life as a leader. So, what would be your advice that how can we develop leadership qualities, leadership skills in our children?
Yes. In fact, in our Dalmiya way of teaching, we have developed a new concept of Dalmiya way of teaching. and we are especially focusing on emerging Dalmiya students' profile as a leadership. So for this, what we are doing, we just focus on the two part, is competency and life skill base. This competency is actually nothing but kind of divided into five parts: knowledge, then art and performing arts, we can say, then entrepreneurship skills, sports, physical sportsman, and high order thinking skills. So these are the competency to increase the competency among the children. Then the same competency is also based on core values. These core values are actually based on sub asub, what we can say: justice, integrity, open mindedness, authenticity, growth mind mindset, and compassion. And these are actually, and happiness humor, I can say smile sense also. These core values and competence under the competency help the child to understand and react. Then how to react? For that, it requires life skill. What I was talking about, the metacognition, then self management, like emotion, then reflection, and spiritual or fitness, whatever we can say. And then seven habits: aesthetic sense, risk taking, then high order thinking skills. All these life skills we are using in our lesson plan also. So each lesson is now incorporated with these core values, and we ask the children at the end of the chapter which core values we are going to learn from this chapter. So in this way, the children are able to understand and developing the leadership skill. One kind of example I'm just sharing you here. I have opened one honesty shop at my school. Honesty shop, there is no shopkeeper here, but we have kept ₹1 to 20 rupees items like a pen, pencil, rubber, chocolates, and some kind of small items. And there is no shopkeeper. Simply the items are kept there. One piggy box is also kept there, and one notebook and one pen is there. If any child wants to take any item, if you don't have money, also that time also he can go and write his name and take the item, and next day he can pay the money. If you don't have money, and if he has brought the money, he can put in piggy box and take the item. The objective is that if we just want to teach the child how honesty is required, and the same time they will understand, if I will not pay the money, next time I will not get this item. So every day we are able to know that how many students have taken, because they are writing their name, and if they did not bring it money, no problem, but next day they are able to submit it. So what is justice, what is sub asub, what is I can say integrity or authenticity, how we can do it, and how we can once the children will be able to learn, then definitely the leadership will reflect among the children, because these all will summarize sum up making a leader. That is what I believe.
Right, sir. Very rightly said. And when you practice these things, the leadership skills, when the children are exposed at schooling level, then they develop the qualities of building the team, delegating the work, interpersonal skills, communication skills, all of these skills they understand. And there are many such things, they also get an opportunity to identify, to display their skills also. So all this is very much required at school level. So thank you so much, sir, for sharing the concept of honesty shop. It's a beautiful concept. It really teaches children a lot that, it's okay if you don't have money, you can get the thing, but be genuine, be honest to your own self, and ensure that you pay it the next day. So it's a beautiful concept that has been introduced, and I think it can be replicated in many schools, so a community at large can be benefited. So wonderful thoughts and wonderful ideas. Today we learned a lot, sir. We really feel honored and privileged to have you with us. Thank you so much for your time. It really, we appreciate your time with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Soumya. It's I do happy to have a good, very nice moderator today. Thank you so much.